late in the midnight hour. Okay, late in the midnight hour. Late in the midnight hour. That's gonna be some things turning around and around and around and around. Late in the midnight hour. Late in the midnight hour. Late in the midnight hour. It's gonna be some things turning around late in the midnight hour. God's gonna turn it around. And he's gonna work it your flavor, your favor. Yes, he is. Late in the midnight hour. God's gonna turn it around and around and around and around. And that's right. Something that I came up with off the dome. Once again. But while I'm here, I'm only on here for a short quick second because I see some stuff in the streets and I want to talk about them. So, number one, I would say I seen a little thing on Fox Soul. I think it was Fox Soul about Oman and another guy that I guess he may have dated or went out with Star Jones from the View, and they put it as a big headline as if um, the man should not have been calling Armand boy. Me personally, I didn't get offended by that. I get called boy by my uncles and my brothers and whoever else is a little older than me. You know, it doesn't hit on it. I mean, it doesn't hit on anything over here for me, being called boy, um, because it's just like being called a Nigga. You know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, but they try to blow that up and try to make that something out of really nothing. In my eyes, I feel like the dialogue of it all, of the conversation, was really just about how much you are willing to spend on really to send somebody for lunch. And in my head, you know, Armand, he was a little on the bougie side. You know, he expecting like 100 and something. I didn't agree with that. Al was thinking maybe more so, maybe 40 or 30, or well, no, they were saying if 30 was too, if 30 is not enough. And me personally, I feel like 30 should be enough because hell, you ain't gotta have all of what somebody may not all they may not have to give, but look, they are giving you something, so be grateful and thankful. So, you know, I didn't understand why that was kind of something that should have been brought up, in the headlines for me because, Armand, he's like he explained tonight on his show, and I noticed it before he even talked about it. Usually he would have a trigger moment or get, kind of hood or ghetto, whatever, whatever whatever, however, he make it out of his body, he may could be. But when he was in that situation with that other man, in my head, that brother was thinking about that bag and that money, and then on the flip side, the opportunity. Shoot, why risk you know other opportunities getting triggered by someone calling your name, like that. Now I can see if it's something else, and yeah, you may get a little bit a little rowdy, but if it's not coming off as that aggressive, it's no need to really address it, you know, because if honestly, if it was a problem, and this goes along with anybody, if they are feeling a little bit disrespected, you know, some do not all of them feel like this, but I do feel like the majority, 90% of people out here would say, "Oh, hey, don't call me that." If it was a moment of, okay, we are on live television, and we're just interacting. You ain't gotta call me that. Most folks probably would have just, went off and said that. But I think Amron is, he's moving differently, and it's good because we need a little. Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. We need more representation of young black men conducting themselves. Not saying that there's nothing wrong with the people that are conducting themselves as being black, that is black males, but we need some of these stereotypes to get up on off of us. And it's sad that, we we like drama. We like it. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. We like it, but at the same time I feel like it's a place and a time for that. And I feel like anytime that another black male may have that opportunity to be on, a platform like he's on, he should watch what he's saying and do. Excuse me. He should watch and say what he do. Because you just never know. Anything wrong that can be said that can cost you everything. Then you're back to doing back to your square one, doing the same thing that you used to doing. Because I'm sure people that are big on YouTube, they do want to elevate and they do want to, get on this show and that show probably, or they want to be just doing something different outside of just really doing YouTube. Because after, really honestly, doing YouTube for people that really does have a large following, from what I see it as and how they have been expressing it as, it's a lot of work, And I understand it as a smaller. I'm not a content creator. I'm just a YouTuber, but I can see that it's a lot of work. You're trying to edit certain things. You want your image to look how you want it to look. You just don't want to be looking any old type of way when you get on camera. It's not a lot. And if you don't have anybody helping you with that, your shit is not well. Your product is not going to come out looking and coming out as presentable. It's going to look like trash, and people usually like the high def type of videos and just things that looks presentable and not things that looks like, oh my goodness, how old is your phone? Yeah, that's how some folks are. But I am really really glad that he has it could be change, it could be growth, and I'm glad that it is change, because folks don't, if you ever are gifted with that opportunity to be on a platform, no matter if it's small or big, but it's still big, you know, you should conduct yourself in the right form and fashion. You should not be going on there acting like yourself. Don't be so keeping it real all the time. You know, you can be yourself, but keep it to a limit. And I'm glad that that young man is keeping his attitude to a limit, because we all can get out of character, and we all can sometimes be triggered at the smallest things, or just really really anything in general. I put it like that, because you just never know. You catch people on the wrong damn day, and you may get a different side of them, you know, a little bit different than what you got the other day. You know what I'm saying? It's true. Hey, we all are grown, and we all have feelings and emotions. But oh yeah, okay. So we're gonna go to moving past that. I'm glad that you got that squared away. But I'm not gonna even lie though. Something seemed a little bit. Maybe it could just be the fact that people are up working late at night when they're doing these type of shows on the internet. But for me, when I look at I shouldn't say the host. I don't want to say the host name, but when I look at one of these hosts' names, you know, um, they look a little pissed, but they are putting up a good front. You're not in front because they know they got eyes watching them, and I understand that. You know, I understand. Can't let the boss know. Oh my goodness. You can't let the boss know how you really truly feeling, because that can cost you every damn thing. Some folks can be so open at times and forget they talking to the damn boss to the point where you end up losing your damn job. I'm just keeping it real. So, what's up, Teddy? So it was another thing that I seen earlier today when I was in the store. Okay, so I was at a game shop. Y'all have to excuse this sirens. I'm by a hospital, well, multiple. So you hear a lot of that. I'm used to it, but you guys are not used to that. But so we went to we were at the game shop, and I'm just sitting there waiting, getting some things, and I'm hearing someone behind the counter as they talk to another person. Now these are Caucasian people, And for me, sidebar, I think a lot of Caucasians, they act just like how TV portrays them. I don't understand that, but it's not all of them. It's not, and I hope it's offended by that. It is just the truth. It is just the truth. But the person that was behind the camera, I mean, behind the counter, he was, interacting and doing things, I guess just putting some things together. But the things that he was saying to me was blowing my motherfucking mind. Like he was talking about suicide and how he wanted to come back to a store and just, I guess he was tired of doing the DVDs. He told me he wanted to come back to the store, and the girl asked him, "What about us?" He want to come back to the store and blow the store up. And the girl on the side of him gonna have the nerve to say, "What about us being in this side of the store?" He said, "I call you before I come." What? Like I promise you, it was some for me. I felt like I was on a sitcom or anything, or a set or something. I'm like, oh my goodness, this Negro sound crazy. People don't really talk like that, not unless they really are thinking on reenacting those things that they are talking about. You know, I was just I was just a little taken back, like, oh my goodness. I was really trying to hold my laugh in because it was really funny to me because I'm like, are you serious? You're talking like one of those kids that will try to go around and bomb things up just because you're mad at the world, or you just do any old type of terroristic thing, it just I don't understand it. I didn't get that type of thinking. They just over there back. They just in the behind the counter laughing like everything is all hunky dory. I don't understand that shit. I couldn't wait to get away from around that shit because I don't talk like that with my friends, let alone that's not any, you won't hear those type of words, let alone that rhetoric type of talk with me when I'm talking to you. And it's weird because I hear it so I know they think all black folks act alike. We don't, and I know all white folks don't act alike either. It's certain types. It's a bunch of certain types, boy. Just like it's different certain types, in the LGBTQIA community, different types. Just because you may see somebody that I'm gonna put it for example, just because both of you guys may be like liking the same, they may not like certain things. They may not like you touching on their ass. They may not like their ass getting ate. And it may not like head. You got some brothers, you got some men out there that may not like head, but you may have a nigga that may love giving head. They may get off of getting head. You got these oral tops out here. You know, you got a few versatile bottoms out here, but a lot of I think people when they well, not to be mean, but let's keep it real. Okay, let's keep it real. Okay, let's keep it real. A lot of these people that be verse really be just bottoms in disguise. But I know people got their fun because I've been around a few bottoms before. But from what I have known, it's Bottomville in a lot of areas. It is. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know. But my thing is you do have certain type of Negroes out here. They be very, very picky about how you're acting and you're coming off, and then but at the same time they can either show some side look I would say any type of side of femininity. It just like, okay, hmm how can you throw stones when you're acting like what you say you don't like, or what you don't, that well what you may like, well, what may attracts to you you don't like when you are portraying that at times. I don't understand certain people though. I don't. I guess that's why. You know what? I get. I guess that is why it's a bunch of single ass people out here, because people got their own preference, and I feel like whatever you may like, that's what you like. Everybody's different. I just wouldn't be going around discriminating or saying no fats, no femmes, because that now for me that used to be something that was big when I had got on a few apps. No fats, no femmes. So I'm like, damn, a fat boy can't treat you no different than a skinny person. Like, let's get out of that type of thinking, okay? Step out. Look, sometimes it's best for you to step outside your box. Get out of the whole norm. That's why it's almost like somebody going back to somebody. Well, really they're going to different guys, but they are getting the same type of guy. They are attracting the same type of guy that they don't want. You got to get out of that. Go out there and look. They're the white man, Mexican, Chinese, Asian, Filipino, African, Jamaican, it's all types. You know, love is love for me. I've never been one of those type of black people to be out here. Oh, we should only stick to our own kind. Huh? Forget that. Ain't nothing wrong with my own kind, but baby, you can have other experience, and just really you do something different with somebody that's not black. You know, I don't see why would that be even be a big issue. I want to experience some things. You just never know. Somebody may just that may be a couple of pounds heavier than you are, may treat you like how you supposed to be treated. You just never know. You never judge these books by their cover because you may read the wrong story. Okay, you may read these people out here with the wrong story that you already have it in your mind already set on what is appearing in front of your face, and sometimes that can be you can be deceived by that because I get it all the time. Folks, it's like people they may sometimes expect me to be a certain way because they may listen to a few videos and they may see me on camera sometimes, but at the same time you don't know how I can be. I may not want to be nice one day. I may not want to talk to you. I may not want to you know be the big communicator, put it like that. It is what it is, but it's nothing personal. It's just me. I just have different sides to me. Only the ones I would say that is close to me will understand them, and then if you are getting close to me, you would know that you're very, very, a little bit. I'm just me, and I'm an introvert, but I get out when I want to get out. Don't think I'm just always bored or just sitting around. I get out when I want to get out, not when someone wants me to get out. I have fun, you know. I have fun, and a lot of the times people fail to realize when you have experienced certain things, you know, in your teens and then in your early 20s, a lot of things don't really turn you on like that. Like you get a good old rush, like, oh, I gotta go there. It's like, oh my god, it's like, oh my goodness, who's look, I gotta go there. For how long? Because I'm gonna get hungry. I'm gonna get hungry. I don't, that's one of my things. I want to know what we're gonna eat. I know we're gonna have a few drinks, but I want to know what we're gonna eat and how long are we gonna be there. Okay. And one thing about me, if I'm riding with you, I don't need you to get all drunk because I will leave your ass. And by that I mean I would get a lift. I would get up on out of there and told you I was at home by the time y'all made it to the house. I'm just saying, I could be that type of friend. We may have all came together, but baby, if you ain't acting right, we ain't finna leave together. You got to get on, I ain't gonna leave you out in destitute, but I'm gonna make sure hey, have somebody around that can drive you back home so you don't be getting into no accidents. But as far as me going back home with ya, mm-mm, be skedaddling, getting back on my side of town. I have always been like that. People always they want me to come along and join them, for hours and hours, and they don't know that I don't want to be around you for hours and hours. I want to be around myself maybe for a few hours. You know, give my me time. Man, like I told you guys, I'm selfish about my me time, and I don't play about my me time. You know, Shit, you think I want to be around a bunch of faces looking at me crazy and ain't talking about what I want to? Ain't really talking about what I want about what I really want to talk about. No, I want to get the hell up on out of Dodge, quick, fast, in a hurry, without anybody forcing me to get out or telling me we gotta go. I'm allowed. Look, I'm already give them the good old deed of not being in the sight. I'm just saying. I am just saying. But yeah, those were some things that I seen today that was a little bit off. I mean, that man talking like that, talking it like he really want to do something crazy and talking about suicide. He wanna go out like a Paul Walker. You know, Paul Walker was the actor that passed away in Too Fast, Too Furious. Why would you even want to go out like that? And why would you even want to speak that upon your life? You know, you never know. You could be leaving work and all of a sudden what you just said a few minutes ago can happen right when you finna get ready to get off the clock while you trying to pull out onto ongoing traffic. I'm just saying. You folks gotta you gotta watch what you're saying and do, because I promise you never know some of the decisions that you can make in the past can affect you in the present. Whatever it may be, whatever it may be. You may think you may be getting away with something right now, but who knows? 10 years from now, or 20 years from now, 15 years from now, who knows? You know what can happen because of what you done did right now. That's why I'm so glad that I have had a strong mind and I enjoy being free. I ain't gotta be looking over my shoulder, because there's a lot of folks out here right now. I heard a man when I was walking to the store today. Man, I think I was finna come inside the door, and he wanted me to come. He was like, "Oh, you come on first." And I had heard him tell me, "I gotta pay attention to my surroundings." Well, if you're doing all that, you must have been doing something. You know, I don't walk around like that. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know, yeah. Do I like all the time? Do I like going out all the time and not never really not knowing what's going pop off? Yeah, sometimes, because some shit can the city can get hot at times. No matter where you may go, ain't no escaping tragedy. But you just know, hell, watch your step, watch who you fuck around with, and you'll be okay. hmm You'll be okay. You just gotta and also you gotta pass that word to the same folks that you call a friend or family member, so they'll understand. I ain't finna look. I'm gonna help you with certain shit, but don't think I'm coming to the rescue anytime you get into some stuff, because it ain't my. It's not my duty to put myself in harm's way, right along trying to help you. Mm. I done been there, done that. You know, if any of them thing, I done tried to help folks a few situations, cause they got my ass knocked the fuck off right at the same time. You know, trying to help their asses out because they was trying to be Mr. Macho Man, knowing good goddamn well they didn't want those problems. You know, but I ain't being Captain Save a Hoe for nobody no more. You stand up there, you think you can handle somebody, go right ahead and get your ass beat. Hopefully you can come out on top, because people. We all size each other up. I ain't gonna lie. We know who we can take and who we can and who can we not take. I'm just keeping it real. Shit, I ain't gonna be no fool out here trying to prove a point. Especially especially to the people. Well, really to the people, to the internet, or let alone people in general. Mm. But on that note, it's time to get up and off of here, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm gonna take me a pain pill, have me a little dinner, and call it in for the night, because it's race around that time. I gotta shorten my days of staying up. You know, when I ain't got too much to do at certain days. Some days I may have some things to do. Some days I may not have some things to do. Just come when it comes to these other people that I'm helping out. They're a little bit mentally challenged, so I don't mind that though. I love the mentally challenged people, because they all need some help. And I wouldn't mind if I was in their shoes and I was fucked up like that. Well, I shouldn't say that. If I was having those challenges, because they struggle with some things, I want somebody to help me. So I'm just giving a good old deed. hmm But on that note, you guys, let me get up on out of here, and you guys be blessed and not stressed. Peace.